Well, we've almost come to the end of our reread, but then we're gonna have to wait till the new one comes out, which I think is in a couple of weeks, the way he writes them. But welcome to the DELUISE book series. I'm Christina, Kristina, and it's nice to meet you. And I hope you're having a good day. This is where we read books, talk about books, no special effects, no theme music, none of that fancy schmancy stuff going on here. What you see is what you get, like an old Roots web editing program. So I hope you will check out Flashback Mondays. We're talking about Romantic Times Book Review Magazine. We're slowly finishing up 2009, headed into 2010. I review every single genre: mystery, romance, historical, inspirational, mainstream, contemporary, urban, paranormal, erotica, and Harlequin. So please check out those. And Star Trek Fridays and If Then Fridays. If you like this author, then maybe you'll like that author. So let's get into this. We are doing James Patterson, The Woman's Murder Club, book 23. The 23rd Midnight. And for some reason, I do not know why, there's a 23 and a half this year. So we will get to this later. It's just a small short story. I thought that it was a full book, but upon going through it, it's an anthology. There's a bunch of authors contributing. So we will get to the 23rd and a half lies in the next couple days. But right now we are talking about the 23rd Midnight. And I don't like, well, it was, there was no, let me see, there was no mystery, maybe. All right, let me start from the beginning here. Lindsay is a detective sergeant with the inspector with the San Francisco Police Department, and Joe is her husband. Julie is her daughter, and she works with Conklin and a new partner, Sonia Alvarez, and Brady is the boss. And they, the book starts, Cindy is the reporter, Yuki is the lawyer, and Claire is the ME. So those ladies are the murder club, but they actually solve a murder mystery each book. And this has been a series, so please check out. I've done them all. First to Die, Second Chance, Third Degree, 4th of July, all of them. So please check out my previous videos on those. So the book starts off, and I don't like the fact that I know why they did. I know it was plot reasons and all that kind of stuff, but it was kind of depressing that this innocent woman and her child die in the very first chapter. For absolutely no reason at all, except they fit the profile. No reason at all. This guy is copying another killer, and the other killer had his reasons, and this guy is trying to emulate his hero by killing people in the exact same way. So it's just, I just don't like it. So my first thoughts was that I didn't like the fact that an infant, a baby, innocent baby child was killed in the very first chapter. And he killed the spectator because this guy happened to come upon him while he was killing the woman and child, and the guy took pictures of him and ran away, and he did eventually catch the guy and kill him and destroy the phone. However, it's never brought up And I don't think they've ever looked, I don't know if it was ever considered. But there's Google. You do know that. When you take pictures on your cell phone, they go to Google Heaven. And they're out there in the clouds. So I don't know why they didn't consider looking for those photos in the cloud. Because they do eventually find out that that's what happened. So that just was one of my couple of thoughts in the first thing. So as you know, Cindy, our reporter, did a book on the serial killer from the previous book. She wrote a book, and the guy had given her all his notes, and she's made him kind of famous. She's #1 on the bestseller list, and she's doing book signings. She's traveling around the country, going to local bookstores and doing book signings and doing a little Q&A question answer thing with the public. And while she's there, she's getting heckled. And I'm not sure why I chose this, but I always got to share. The name of the book is Evan Burke's Last Stand, and she changed it to You Never Knew Me, The True Story of Evan Burke, The Ghost of Catalina. So this guy was killing all these people for a very, very long time. So Cindy wrote this book, and she's at this book signing, and she talks about the book, and they take questions, and then after they do the book signing, the whole group goes out to dinner. And while they are in the middle of dinner, they don't even get to eat dinner. Lindsay and them get a call that there has been a murder. And the person that was heckling Cindy is dead. So they're trying to make connections. Who killed this person for heckling at Cindy? They were escorted out of the bookshop. And the guy they investigate, take fingerprints, do all that stuff. And not only was the guy killed, and he walked out without any merchandise. He walked out of the bookstore without merchandise. And when his body was found, not an hour later, under his body was Cindy's book. So Cindy is a little creeped out, and this is bothering her as to why this is going on. So then Lindsay goes home, and there's another body found. So, and Lindsay is also doing some work therapy. She was involved in an officer-involved shooting in the last book, and she was required to go to the shrink to work through some things. The time has expired, but she has decided to continue seeing the shrink. So we get a couple of visits with him in the book too. There also is a smaller secondary story. Yuki is prosecuting a guy that beat his wife severely, almost killed her with his beating, and she is prosecuting him with intent to kill. So we have the two cases. The serial killer is going around killing people in replica of Ewing Brake's killing. They go several times out to San Quentin to see him and visit him. Then the killer starts sending videos and of his kills to Lindsay. He has sophisticated glasses. He doesn't show himself, but the camera's in his glasses and it photographs the scene of the crime. Sometimes he videotapes as he's killing these people, and it's just heart-wrenching, and it's just horrible that he's taking such pleasure out of this stuff. And so those are your two cases. The court case with Yuki, and at the end it sort of gets a little intertwined with the other one, but they go to visit Evan Burke in the jail quite a few times, and he seems to know what's going on. They want to know the identity of the killer, and it isn't until the killer posts his killing on YouTube that the ex-girlfriend comes in and phones the police and says, I know that's my ex-boyfriend. And that leads them to the, there are some harrowing, some people's lives are in danger. Lindsay's life, it gets in serious danger a few times. Cindy's life gets in massively serious danger a few times. And she is going to need therapy. Both of them are going to need therapy after this book severely. So you'll have to read what happens to Cindy, because it is very, very scary what happens to Cindy. And Lindsay is almost, or sort of kind of almost killed with bullets. But Cindy's is a little more longer lasting, a little more traumatic. What I mean is that Lindsay's thing was massive seconds, and she's going to have mental anguish over that. But Cindy's thing lasted several days, and her life was severely threatened. So that's another thing. So those are your two main plot lines in here. But there was just a couple little pet peeves, but they were really nothing much to complain about. So check it out. We're gonna give it a couple of days and we'll do the short story in here. And then I saw some ads that 24 is out, so we'll get to that in a little while. We're going to take a break and see if we can find some other authors to do it. I hope you are enjoying my Sky O'Malley series and my Victoria Thompson series. And please like and subscribe. I am anxiously waiting to get to 200. I was at 170 way back in September. As you can tell, I've moved really, really far, not even to 200 yet. I get close and I lose 20 subscribers, and then it takes a couple of months to come back up again. But I have yet to surpass 200 as of this recording. So I could use all the help I can get. And don't forget to check out my daily podcasts. Please hit the like and subscribe. Thank you.